are go.
Go? Alright, I'm resetting now to... Where's our...
Oh my god, I don't have the window open today.
Oh, there we go.
I'm kind of missing winter. Oh, it's not as cool in here anymore.
So, they can hear us, right?
They can.
Okay, cool.
There is audio.
Yeah.
So don't say anything incriminating like your social insert. That number that people use for identity theft.
Yeah, so we're just waiting for Flash. Because much like my setup, he had to restart.
Hopefully I don't have to do that, otherwise everything is boned.
I'm pretty sure the reset will work. It worked for me. Like, I just had to go out of Discord and then come back.
Yeah, should be fine. Ugh.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll be online soon. We just gotta wait for Flash.
That would be good. Yeah, online is good. It's good to be online. Yeah, that's a thing.
I still gotta figure out a time that we can do the guest cast. I'm thinking over the summer.
Well, summer works. Summer is okay.
We can do a lot of things over the summer. That's why, because I officially get off. I get off of work at the 18th of May.
Okay.
And I don't go back until June 30th. And I already asked off for Anthrocon, so.
Yeah, that works. There you go.
You gonna see how that goes? I still need roomies.
Oh.
I was like, I don't know what Flash's thing is. I don't know what Ven's thing is. So far I just have the 4 that were carries over from when the room was Nikki's. Which is, like, okay, that's cool, but I need enough people to cover the hotel fee.
Yeah, confirmation would be good.
That's good. Huh?
Confirmation tends to be very helpful.
Yeah. I got time, so hopefully
That reminds me,
I just had a stupid idea.
Brig, I was supposed to do my passport renewal.
What if I raffled off room slots for my room?
That seems like it would be a mistake. Well, it's a raffle, but then you gotta pay. So, you know.
Yeah. Maybe if we get close to that time and I'm pretty much guaranteed to not have people, I'll just do it that way.
Alright. So, yeah, things are happening.
Don't choke on that dude.
Duh? Don't choke on the dude. Duh.
Just pause, like, in your face.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry.
Careful, he wasn't declawed yet.
To be fair, neither am I.
Too much info.
Kinda how I roll.
Your fur looks fine.
No, it never does. It's never good enough.
Stop
Oh
grooming.
my god.
You have an addiction to grooming.
I have a problem.
Okay, we have a Flash. I'm gonna ring him in.
Alright.
Come on, audio. Will Flash be able to hear us? Watch it something stupid like he has his volume down.
That might be a thing.
Can you hear us?
Hello.
Yes, I can.
There we go.
And we can hear you. Awesome. We can start the podcast now.
All right.
Should
For
I do
Oh.
some reason, the sound on my tablet decided not to work when I turned it on, so I had to reset it.
Ah.
It does that sometimes.
I'm going to just bring up your volume a little bit for me because I'm only using one earphone.
All right.
I had to bring it way up for Boots, so.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, let's get this going. Boots, hit the button.
All right, I'm pushing the button. I'll push the button. I'll push the button. Where the button? Here the button. Bing. There the button. I have
Button's pushed.
Button has been pushed. We have.
Welcome, everybody, to Comedi-Furs, the Easter Furs podcast. Because we're not doing it Sunday.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, today's Good Friday.
It's an acceptable Friday.
Yeah, you guys know what I mean, but okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a good fur day.
I got the day off, so I guess that counts for something. But
Oh, I have a visitor. Hold on.
oh,
You're going to be famous.
we got a visitor. Oh,
I have a cat.
Now we have two
Say
cats.
hi, Draco. That was Ziggy.
hello.
Pick up one, the other one gets jealous. We go down? Okay.
See, I keep mine locked out because they enjoy the camera. Well, they don't enjoy the camera so much as they enjoy being
Yay.
jackasses.
I had a rough morning.
Yeah, it's been a.
What happened?
I got a really bad headache, and I didn't know where the Advil was. So, because I was nauseous, I stayed out of work. I had a few bodily fluid-related incidents.
Oh,
So
fun
I
times.
decided.
Oh God! Oh no! Oh. Yeah, what? Oh, we're having technical difficulties. Which is to say, I'm knocking shit over. Nope. Okay, hang on. No. Everybody gets to see my ceiling now. There we go.
We're off to a great start
See-
tonight, as usual.
I was gonna say my cat's well trained. I can pick him up and he can look in the camera, and it doesn't happen. With Boots, he just look.
I'm trying my best. I got stupid hands.
And I have Mountain Dew.
Nice.
Hashtag not sponsored Mountain Dew. Hashtag could be sponsored Mountain Dew.
Yes.
Because I have Mega Potion.
Oh my God.
I wish I brought some with me because I bought a case of Baja Blast earlier, and I wish I brought it with me.
Ooh, Baja Blast is good. The reason I say I have Mega Potion is because Monday, it was either Monday or Tuesday. I was on stream with my buddy Balmong Oni, who is the husband of the person that drew this little beauty right here. Yeah, he plays Monster Hunter, and I sent him a picture of me holding Mountain Dew, and I just said I have Mega Potion. And if you don't know, in Monster Hunter, the potion item is just like a green bottle.
Well, that's
So I was like, that might be a thing though, because I told him you have to show that picture on stream, and he did. And because he's on Twitch, everybody's like, you have to make that a command. Yes, you do have to make that a command. I even found the drink sound for the game.
Oh my God.
So that's about the most exciting thing that happened during my week.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Nothing really fancy on my end.
I am actually vaping something new this week. I'm vaping Tiger Stripes. So if you want something a little great in you,
Wait. What?
Stripe with it. What's that taste like?
It tastes like a freeze frame. Oh, we are having all sorts of technical difficulties
Man, we are.
today.
Wait, first Where's my tablet's not getting any sound? Now we're knocking stuff over. Now cameras are
Yeah.
freezing.
Things are going super good. Yay! Good Friday.
Yeah, this has not been a good Friday for us, apparently.
All right, let me see.
Probably something on his end. Maybe he's having connection issues, possibly.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do about that. Let's see.
Oh, am I froze again?
Oh, wait,
I'm
no,
fucking
no, you're
frozen.
back.
I can
You're
hear
good.
stuff.
Oh, I'm back? Okay.
You're back.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah. Seems to be one of those
We're
weeks.
like mad.
This is gonna be one of those days where the connection is gonna jump all over the place.
Oh, it's going to be garbage.
Yeah.
Good Friday, everyone.
Hopefully, it will stay in for the last hour or so, because we have planned for you
Oh, no.
What a Tweet, which Boots should have gotten ready.
What?
We're doing What a Tweet.
Oh, fuck. I read things wrong. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, no, I'll get right on that. Yeah, everything's super good. Yeah, I totally got this handled.
So while Boots does that, Flash, tell a story.
Oh no, it'll be fine. I'll be ready. Don't worry.
Okay,
It's all good.
Do what you gotta do. Okay, by the way, we're titling this podcast the Not So Good Friday Service. Yeah.
Instead of good fellas, it's good furthers.
Yes. So anyway, I may or may not be hearing of a job offer soon. I'm still waiting to hear from somebody. There are opportunities to move up in Amazon, but not really anything I'm looking forward to, because the only shifts that are available to be moved are night shifts, apparently, and I really got comfortable working those hours. There is another job offer I might be hearing about, but it doesn't pay as much, unfortunately, but I may switch to that because I'd rather be doing that because I'm tired of being miserable while working. I'd rather do something I kind of tolerate for once.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah, but that's how life works. You have to work at a job you absolutely hate just to survive.
That sounds about right.
This is just me.
Is this something
I
to do?
just had a thought. It's like Flash is at one of those jobs where like an upgrade would be giving a blowjob.
Oh my god.
Oh.
What is your live stream like restricted to 18 plus?
Not well, it is now.
So a little
apparently.
Flash there stuff, man. We can tell Boots is working. As long as you
Yeah.
can hear us, it's good.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about something a bit more positive. In the past couple of weeks, I bought some interesting and rather expensive stuff at Barnes & Noble recently. I'd like to show you. Well, it is. Well, technically, Easter is coming, so you got to have something bunny related.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, they heard too. My mic is pretty sensitive. Oh, apparently it is.
Like I might not hear you because I might not hear you because like I have the headphones on. They definitely can,
Oh yeah.
and he can't hear you guys because I have the volume down on my tablet.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So we got more background characters again.
Just moving with you this time.
Okay. Anyway, here's some
Girlfriend
stuff.
is officially in bed, so I have to try to be quiet.
Alright.
Try.
Anyway, here's what I bought at Barnes & Noble recently. Since it is Easter, here is something sort of rabbit-related.
Of course. Ooh.
Toby-related. There's actually some interesting stuff in here. There's like little like activity books and stuff in there. It's just something to keep me busy so I can try to get back to drawing again. What they got is these like, well, I can see they got a bunch of stickers, a little bit of like art books and stuff. They also have like this two-sided poster for some reason that you can color. They should be separate though, because they have one on one side and one on the other. Here's the other side, which I actually started coloring just to keep myself occupied. It comes out okay. So that's something else I bought. Oh, something else I also wanted to show you guys. Now you played a Monopoly before, right?
I have played Monopoly before.
All right. There's like so many different versions of it, but have you ever seen this?
Oh my
Really?
god. Okay, that's pretty good.
I saw it online like a while back. Said, "Oh, that looks interesting." Then I walked to my nearby store and they had the one thing there. I was like, "I gotta get it." I don't know why. Like, it's just like one of those impulse buys I just had to get.
Yep.
And that's why I'm in debt.
Hooray! Responsible spending.
Well, I'm on my own. I can buy
Am I
my
in the
own.
background?
Yes.
I'm trying to see because for some reason it's lagging really bad. It shouldn't.
No, well, because it has to go from my computer to the internet, to the gods of the internet, and they have to approve and stamp it over and over before it gets to you at all. And some things don't get through. Kind of like what I posted in the Discord that neither of them have noticed yet.
Oh, well, I did notice. I was just, not trying to draw attention to it because if I click things, it goes up on the big screen and woo!
For those of you who don't know, I may have posted in the private chat between us something that we can't show on stream, and it may involve Nick Wild and Judy.
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful where you put it. We don't want to get flagged again.
Oh no, I'm not putting it on stream. It's not on stream. I just you were talking about your book, and I was like,
Well,
I looked up something recently.
That depends. It is if I click it by mistake. So,
The first thing
This is a great deterrative. If Boots fucks up at all, it might show up on screen.
Yeah. Oh boy.
So do you have those other things ready, Boots?
I'm getting there.
Getting there?
Getting there.
Getting there. So my G and H keys stopped working. And I want to recite to you guys some of the lovely messages that I had posted. Ettin ready for the podcast. I'll call up in a little bit. Reset 10. You reset. Join tech call. And that's it so far.
A lot of broken sentences there.
It's amazing how many words you use in everyday speech that use G and H. And you just... Yep. So, Boots, if you can talk and work, tell us about your day.
Yeah, it kind of just sucked. No particular reason, just low key, not a lot of anything going on. It's been kind of a waste of a day.
Yeah.
Today has been, oh my god, I'm bored out of my mind. Yeah, no, it has been ludicrously awful in terms of
Right.
just sheer
It does take a while
mind-numbing
to
boredom.
catch up. Like, it only catches up when you guys stop and it actually goes through to YouTube. Once it's not live, that's when it, doesn't lag at all. And that's
Yeah, so when we're not talking, you guys are watching us talk. Okay.
But that's sad, though, because it should be live and not lagging, because you guys aren't on that computer. You guys are on freaking stuff. So.
To be fair, Flash is on a tablet.
Either way, it shouldn't lag.
And then-
The tablet's
And I have Xfinity, so yeah.
takes a long time to start.
Right.
Anyway,
Anyway,
I'm not Xander.
alright. Let's make.
Anyone in chat?
I have my pass ordered for Anthrocon. Is the registration open for the masquerade yet?
I don't actually know. Huh. Interesting.
I'm totally doing it again. That was too much fun.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, are you gonna go for the Anthrocon masquerade boots?
I'm thinking about it, but that also means, having something ready, which seems to be problematic because life is problematic.
Because life is why I have something ready.
Life is so problematic.
This is my common theory on FurCon comedy routines or convention comedy routines. Even if you don't have something ready, 9 times out of 10, something stupid's going to happen to you on the way to con or at con, and you can just talk about that.
Yeah, I don't trust myself to do that. That's playing with fire there. Oh my god.
Yeah, well, that's how I do it.
Oh my god. That would give me a heart attack right there. Ooh.
My roommate may have been drinking.
That does help.
My roommate may have definitely been drinking.
I have not been drinking.
Yes.
Yes.
Huh.
I haven't touched that tonight.
This says otherwise.
Give me that.
You
You want me to drink?
know what? Sure. Let's see where this stupidness goes.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'll tell you what. Take a drink every time one of us makes you giggle.
What? Oh no.
Did you get air in your mouth?
Nah.
Oh.
I think it was just a piece of plastic.
Okay, that's the challenge for tonight.
What? I don't have enough for that.
We make you giggle that much?
Nah, I just don't. I don't have enough for that.
Definitely not gonna have enough at the end of the night if we do this.
Wait, you don't need a first
God, it burns.
Anthrocon masquerade, do you? Or is that like I thought it used to be a requirement, or did they change
Oh,
it?
no, you don't need a fursuit at all.
Hey, what? Really, first you go for.
No, to the masquerade.
Oh, you.
No, you don't need
And
it at all.
sometimes they prefer you not to have them.
Yeah, I know for a fact it used to be that way.
Yeah, that
Because there was a point where I wanted to do stand-up in the masquerade, like, earlier on, when I started seeing Flash do his shit. And they were like, no, we don't do that unless you're in fursuit. And then they opened it, I think Frontal Equinox opened it up first.
Hmm.
And then, like, that same year, Anthrocon was like, oh, fucking hot shit, I gotta make sure that happens.
Oh, they're paying.
I'd like to think I had a part in that. I'd like to think that Frontal Equinox opened up their masquerade to non-fursuiters. I fucking did my bit, and then Anthrocon's like, this guy's fucking awesome. We gotta get him on our masquerade. I like to think, in my egotistical head, that works in weird ways.
Well, it's I don't know where I was going with that. So yes. Oh.
I've already talked about last year doing Anthrocon's masquerade, or I guess it's not even the masquerade anymore. It's the Anthrocon Tonight Show. Yeah. Yeah, I'm totally. I want to do that again. I actually, I'm following through on my promise. My badge still says Fat Mufasa, so it's gonna. That's gonna get one of two reactions because I know like Alkali is the one who runs the masquerade too, which is great because he understands like this is how I am. So I just think it'll like it's one of two reactions. He's gonna be like, "Oh, Fat Mufasa, what happened to the details?" Like he completely forgot my act, or he's like, "Oh, you did the thing."
Oh.
That's gonna stick with you. I want just he's gonna milk it too. Because I don't know.
But guys like us should have plenty of material to work with. I mean, I just look at stuff I go through in my own life and just try to make it funny.
I don't know if I'm going to run this in the masquerade, but I do have a bit about how, as far as Comedi-Furs go, I started the podcast after I found out Alkali had a podcast, and I just pitched the idea. You guys were like, hey, let's do a podcast. So I was thinking about it. I'm like, I'm a fat comedian who has a podcast. I'm like a top hat purchase and a math degree away from being Alkali.
The math degree is the tricky part. I mean, the hat is not so much, but
You can get a hat. I'm pretty sure.
You get a hat.
the degree is it's a scooch, just
I'm
a little bit
okay.
above it.
I'm also really loud. That's the other thing.
What?
I've never not admitted it. No, I was just like, if I run I'm predicting this now. If I run that bit in the open mic, he's gonna come up to me with a hat and just stick it on my head.
Oh no.
Or I'll just get on stage and beat you
Oh,
down the stage.
that's highly unsanitary. You really shouldn't be sharing headgear. It's a big issue.
It's Alkali. If he puts his hat on my head, sanitation is the worst. It's not the worst thing. I could put that hat on my head and probably get liver poisoning.
That's still a sanitary issue.
That's
I mean, really, it's
It's not the one you were thinking of, though.
oh.
He's a drinker. Okay.
Rehearsing.
Well,
I'd like to think by Anthrocon this year, Alkali will have outfitted his hat with like 2 things of booze that just like directly drain into his brain.
Oh, like those guys at sporting events that have like the 2 beers on the side of their head.
foam dome. Oh,
Yeah.
those things are great.
Yeah, but his hat's big enough that they could do it on the inside, so they'll never know.
But the whole point is that people do know. So that,
Yeah, this is it's the dude who carries around like 5 flasks. I guess it would be funny if it's like, Alkali, where are your flasks this year? You usually have like 5. It's like, I have a secret flask.
oh, that sounds dirty. I
That
mean, it's
sounds
not,
dirty.
But it does. Oh, we stay away from the secret flask. No, it's a.
See, what I really need to do if I wanted to actually become Alkali is I'd have to actually have the courage to pull the microwave from my mouth and yell at people in the distance. Because that's another thing he does.
I have a bit of trouble with that, with the whole. Yeah.
I'm not gonna reveal the whole bit, but I was like gonna start it off as like I could probably be Alkali's like stunt double, but I would never have to do his shows. He'd just probably pull me in every time he's in trouble. Just like, Alkali, why did you say that on the radio? And then he's like, tag. And then like I walk in and I'm like,
Oh. Yeah, it's a. What's going on?
This is Hikage holding me by the ear, dragging me somewhere. I think I'd do much better as Alkali's evil twin. That'd be a really easy job. All I'd have to do is hack into his Twitter account and say that I support alt-furs, and that would be it.
Oh, you got hacked. Nobody believes you when you get hacked.
That's pretty shit.
Oh, that's just. Oh no! Oh.
I know.
This is what happens when I have the day off to just think of shit.
Okay. Oh yeah. Also,
I was like, that's one of 2 things on the checklist. The other thing is leave the toilet seat up before Xander goes to the bathroom. That's the only 2 things I would have to do to be Alkali's evil twin. That's a very short list of things you have to do.
well, the important thing is that you've got a list.
Yeah, I gotta have a list.
Lists are good. Lists keep you organized. Oh god, I don't know what I'd do without lists. Well, forget a lot of things. probably. But
I'd have to shave all this off before I could do it, though. Speaking of which, if you notice, I have double. That's I work in food service, so I have to shave every now and then. It'll be back by Anthrocon, trust me.
Need to shave it off? Here you go.
oh my
You
God.
shouldn't hand me things that I can injure myself with.
Those are
There's a reason I have an electric razor.
There's be more of a reason to hand it to you. Here you go.
No.
Yeah, it's a pretty common
This
philosophy
sister's
over
free
here
kitty.
too.
So, either of you guys got anything too cool talk about stuff?
Oh.
Well, in terms of comedy, I'm not trying to be like the next anything because, I got enough stuff in my life, to talk about because, look, I work a job that I hate. I have 2 crazy roommates, and I spend every Sunday in a church with the whitest people in South Jersey.
Oh
I've got
my God.
Here. Yes.
Oh. Yeah, no, my.
Wasn't that movie Escape or something? Like,
Trust me,
Or
they
Get
make
Out.
Yeah, Get Out. That's the one.
that's what. It was just like. I'm just
scared the
picturing
crap out of me.
Flash
It
in a
really
room
did,
full of
because
white people. Who are
I do
like,
not-
oh man, raise the KKK, and then like it just clicks to like, I need to get out of here.
There's a reason why I don't trust women with teacups anymore. In that movie.
It's just like
I do not trust. You are not hypnotizing me like sink to the floor.
I don't know why I'm just picturing like Flash sitting next to some old lady, and she takes the collection plate, and then she looks next to him and goes, "Oh, Robert!"
Put it down.
Oh.
You ain't hypnotizing me. If someone takes my picture, I just snap out of it like, click, like get out, get out, get out.
Oh,
Ooh, that was a scary movie. And Jordan Peele's got talent, man. Who
Yeah,
knew
he's-
the affinity for horror?
He's got some chops. I'd say he's been doing pretty well.
I haven't seen Us yet, but I'm pretty sure it's just as creepy. But when it comes out on video, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I haven't checked it out yet, but it does seem like it would be, kind of pants crappingly terrifying. It's just a scooch.
Is it gonna make me be afraid of scissors?
Yes. I mean, if you aren't.
From what I've heard of the review of that movie, though, like I don't think the scissors actually ever kill anyone.
Well, that's worse.
Just the way how it was held in the movie post, I'm like, I don't think I should trust that anymore.
Oh.
Oh boy!
Oh.
I got do.
Brother, oh yeah, do's good. Doing do.
So since nobody has anything to say, I'll switch to my usual topic. Chokers and Smash.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That seems pretty good.
Oh yeah, it seems to be everywhere. Cause like one minute I see someone trying on a toilet, like what the hell is that? Like, oh, that's going on. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just happy, man. I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, it seems like a.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
oh god. Oh dear. Oh my god. Oh.
My roommate has a blood splatter mod.
There we go.
It's drop dead RDA.
Yeah.
It's a special edition.
Is it still like rubbed up?
Yeah. It's right
Can I take a hit?
Yeah.
Okay, don't let me do CBD on
What are
this.
you talking about?
If I do CBD on this podcast,
Calm.
do I need to be calm on
It's
podcast?
legal. It's
It's
show it. I'm serious. You're fine. I'm
Raspberry
serious.
lemon CBD.
It's
Well, I
not.
mean,
It's legal. What the fuck?
I'll do one hit, and if I'm
You're
like,
fine.
If I'm dead beat by the end of the podcast, I apologize.
It's a pain reliever. It relaxes. What the fuck?
It relaxes me.
You're fine. Jeez.
Now the
That
other
actually doesn't
stuff it's
taste really
been
good.
cut with, that's completely
You
different.
two hear this, right? He's freaking out. I've been doing this for what, like 6 months?
Yeah, I knew you would do
I
this.
honestly think I'm gonna stupor because of this.
No, I think I'm going to be in this stupor because I have no drug tolerance.
It's not a drug.
I have no oil tolerance.
Oh, you're fine. You are so overreacting.
I'm not overreacting. I'm just like, I don't want anything to dampen my energy.
I tricked you into hitting this the last time. Fine, remember? I actually made you freak out because I told you it was something else, but it wasn't this.
Boots, are you clearing fuzz out of your eye again?
Maybe.
Yeah. Did anyone see the teaser trailer for Star Wars Episode 9?
Yes.
I have not.
Good stuff.
Is anybody else going to go watch Detective Pikachu?
Eventually. Yes. Good stuff.
That's Ryan
Mixed
Reynolds.
mixed
I ain't
opinions
saying
about
no to
that.
movie.
Yeah. Me and DeWolfie will go together.
AKA Pikachu Deadpool.
I still think they should have gotten Danny
When I
DeVito.
look at Pikachu, I don't
You
picture
know
Ryan
there's going to be
voice
inappropriate
coming
humor
from
in the
that.
movie.
I just can't
There's so
see
going
it.
to be inappropriate.
Yeah. You know what okay, this is the nerd in me talking. I really hope that they give out free booster packs of the new Detective Pikachu set at the theater.
Wait.
That would be a brilliant move, by the way.
That's a good promo.
Because they already have the booster packs in print. They are a set already. So, like, just getting, like, oh, here's your movie ticket. Oh, and here's 3 free cards with the movie characters on them.
Yeah, that would go over pretty well.
Yeah, I like the idea of them using the actual movie artwork on the Pokemon trading cards. And they are the official Pokemon trading cards, so...
Really? Alright. So there's that. There's the Star Wars trailer. Like, what else did I see recently? Oh, I don't know if you guys watch the Fast and the Furious film series.
Nope.
Oh, you don't? Okay, well, for anyone who does, they're doing a spin-off movie called Hobbs and Shaw, which has Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham in it, and it looks insane.
If they do
the
this
most-
shit, was going to make you feel
The
weird.
craziest,
It
most
was
out of control action film ever. It looks stupid. It's ridiculous.
It's just,
I
like,
wanna
honestly,
see
just... it's like an
It's
actual
got
thing.
Dwayne, so
It's like an
you know,
Advil.
Mhm.
that's already got something in the right direction. I love that man.
Much
He's
stronger.
so talented.
He's. I could have sworn there was one scene in the trailer he's with his family, and I could have sworn it looks like a scene straight out of Moana or something. I don't know.
Every time
Oh,
you get a little freaked out about
Wait, did he think they got a helicopter with a truck? What the?
that man needs all the work.
I need to
It's
get
crazy.
I need to get Boots wolf ears.
Oh no. No.
Okay, so... Boots, that's 2 compilations I need you to edit together. One of me being distracted, and the other one of random interrupts on my side.
Yeah.
That's
a
in.
thing. Oh my god. Ugh.
Because that happens a lot.
What? No, never. That doesn't happen at all. That's a.
Accept it or do a dance.
That's a.
Accept it or do
What?
a dance. Your choice.
I...
That's all we get. I don't.
Hey.
That's the extent of that. Yeah, no.
That's the extent of the dance you can do if you're not wearing pants.
Yeah.
That's it. Wait, what?
One night we're just gonna get here just to
Look,
interrupt us for
Okay.
no reason.
For these damn hats. No offense, Boots. But if they didn't destroy my clothes, I'd have pants to wear.
Which podcast was it we ended with this dude walking on
Oh my
screen?
god. I already know. I already know.
Whatever one got the most views.
Should I make a comedy act when my pants fall down?
No,
Colonel?
no,
Oh,
no.
And I'll make sure Boots is the judge.
I mean, you could. There's
Well, we'll follow that under things that'll get you dragged off stage at Fernal.
just bear in mind that.
But what if there's fur under my pants?
Oh no! That's highly inappropriate. You can't do that. Oh my god.
Nullify me.
Depends how realistic the fur is.
I'm not
Oh,
talking about actual hair.
I know. Though then again, I've seen your back. You could probably pull it off.
oh.
Well, what you need to stop doing, John, is you need to stop shaving down there and put it over here.
Have you seen my beard before this? I don't have that much hair down there.
Yeah,
It would look a lot worse if I did that.
That was just add-on. You were like doing it for a year, shaving down there and adding it right here.
I'm picturing you just like, do you think I go into the fucking bathroom and I come out with like the Viva La Bam soul patch?
Yeah.
Maybe.
When's the last time someone mentioned that show?
Yes.
Hello, Kira.
Hello.
We got in the chat finally.
Yeah, we finally have two people. Actually, I know. I think. I don't know if she's actually like paying attention to the chat, but I think Umber Kitty said she was going to watch us tonight. She shy.
Someday we need more than 3 people in chat one night.
Oh no, I'm okay with that. It keeps the.
No, we
pressure.
get it occasionally. Unfortunately, whenever we have more than 3 people, there's at least one wignut talking about how we suck.
Oh, I like it when they start getting
Hey.
political. Those are the really fun ones.
No publicity is good publicity.
So, like I said, if you stick around for another 16 minutes, we're going to be going into What a Tweet, and we're going to be going into World's Worst.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
I love making these two do improv. It's actually kind of funny.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the worst. Why do we keep
Oh no, I
doing
have a
this?
good one for World's Worst. This is going to be fun.
Oh. Okay.
We'll find ways to get even one day.
No, I'm not kidding myself. I just. Oh.
Okay, this is how you guys are going to get even. This is going to literally be the thing. Hey, details! We came up with something we can do together for the masquerade. And that's how that revenge plot is going to start. And I'm going to be an idiot, so I like, it's for comedy!
I don't know. That sounds like that's punishing myself too. I mean, really, the whole point is that it's good for me.
Oh, Kira was worried about you after last podcast.
Oh, I'm still doing okay. I've got, oh my god, my eyes are driving me crazy today, but I'm still awake for the time being, so that's good. I actually got a not terrible. Oh. I've been sleeping.
Like I said, I was messed up this morning, so luckily I'm okay now.
Yeah, I've been sleeping like crap lately. I don't exactly know why, but things have been kind of
Well, I'm sure a podcast that goes to midnight isn't going to help that.
Not really, no. Especially when I'm getting up at like 6 a.m. every morning and getting 4 hours of sleep. That's always super good.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not a Mountain Dew. Oops. To answer your question, Kara, you did miss quite a bit, but that's why that's why we post these on YouTube.
Yeah. You can always watch this later and realize that you didn't miss much.
You can always watch it right later and realize, wow, my coworker's an idiot. So
Yes.
This
Like I
is
said,
the Boots' off-camera song. He's getting a fur ball out of his eye.
God, it sucks so much. Oh my God, they never completely leave. It's just, ugh. Just a matter of figuring out how long I could just tolerate it. Ah!
Okay, so did I mention our plans for over the summer, like in detail in the last podcast?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay. You missed a Lucky Oh! Lucky Charms is on? Okay, I can talk about that. I have a manager at work. He's very Irish.
Oh.
And I happen to also be Irish-German, so I can do an Irish accent pretty good. And he's also obsessed with cleaning. Like, if we're standing around not doing anything, he'll make us clean the walls or whatever it's like. So, I started doing a running joke, and I started going behind people imitating him. So I would wait until people weren't looking and go, "Oh, what are you doing there? I need you to clean the walls, or you're gonna get..." And just, like, watch people go, "Oh!" So, that's really fun. And I do that a little bit too well. Because, I think every person has been fooled by it at least once. Because when I'm at work, I'm actually kind of quiet. Oh, he wasn't! Oh, don't worry about the cleaning today. I'll be getting my balls waxed in the office. Don't mind me. I'm looking for my shillelagh.
Ah, that's a
Looking
magic.
somewhere under my good. And if I'm not fired by next week...
On our next show, Details looks for a new job.
Oh my God, no.
Our next podcast is going to be Details Starts Unemployment.
Oh, that's just
Lucky for Eminem. God damn Eminem.
Alright, what you do now?
I don't know. I wasn't there today. Although I kind of now regret not being there because I know I'd probably have material. So, Boots.
Yes. That's.
I don't know. Say something.
Oh,
So
okay.
far, this is the Details show with appearances by Flash and Boots.
Hi.
That's
Yeah.
basically what this show is, anyway.
Because I'm loud, I'm nauseous, and I
Uh,
yell a lot. I am Alkali's understudy.
I mean,
Occasionally, I get to say something if they let me. I'm just here to make the group look diverse. So, hey, affirmative action. What can I tell you?
I'm the mascot.
You're the mascot. I love that.
Oh,
The sad part is you're not wrong.
no, I'm not.
Oh, she asked about me? Em asked? She asked, "Where is that fat ass? He's supposed to be here doing pots, and he's staying off playing Pokemon Go." If she was, like, legitimately concerned, kudos. But I'm imagining that's roughly how it went.
I would prefer it if it was he's supposed to be here doing pots, and instead he's at home doing pot. I don't think that really.
Except he's at home dying.
Yeah. Good old death. Oh,
If you didn't have a double shift in the morning, no. Oh, she thought I was doing a double.
Oh.
If I got a chance on a Friday. Okay. Here's the thing, Kira. We're gonna do, and I thought about this. I'm gonna do the guest cast over the summer, and we'll probably have you on for that. So, because at that point, me and Boots both have off.
I think we might be getting our calendars mixed up slightly. Mine doesn't start until July.
Oh.
Yeah. We do it weird up here. Apparently, our academic years are out of step. I get July, August.
Well, keep in mind that I work at a military prep school, so they probably get theirs earlier. Because I think most schools down here, it goes to like June and July are the 2 months off.
Oh my god, but August is worse.
Yeah, some districts start early. Like even before Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day. Yeah, no, Labor Day is the first. Marks. It's the last day of break. We start the day after Labor Day. We celebrate working by taking the day off.
Yeah, so we'll work that out because we're going to be doing guest casts throughout the summer, and I think that's the schedule that we're going to have to go by. So the general format I thought of is we're going to do hour podcasts instead of 2 hours for the guest cast,
Okay.
and maybe an hour and a half. It depends if I decide to throw in improv games. If people want to do improv games, I'll extend it a little bit, but it's going to be an hour, like basically their first hour of bullshit like us. And instead of all three of us, it'll probably be just one of us at a time. Whoever's available that day, I guess. I'm getting really blurry. The camera picked me up. I'm good. Now I can move back.
Oh, it's like one of those
Oh, Kira says hi, Moon Wolfie. Huh? Kira says hi. He's gaming. But yeah, hopefully we'll all get to Anthrocon this year. Specifically, I hope Flash gets to Anthrocon because I could use a ride.
Oh wow, that's
not in my vehicle.
You know, I'll help you out though. If you're not staying in my room, I'll pay you gas, and if you are staying in my room, you get a discount.
I think I'm coming from the wrong direction.
But you have no other way of getting there?
I mean, at this point, I can get a ride via Megabus or something. It's just that's going to be, I have to get an Uber, and then I have to get a Megabus, and then I got to get there. I got to walk to the hotel, and then I got to walk back. When I get back, I get another Megabus. I got to get an Uber. It's easier if I just have someone like, hey, you're on your way there. Come pick me up. I will give you gas money.
Yeah, it usually works out pretty good. Oh, that's a...
Also, I don't have to worry about Megabus throwing my stuff around. Because I tend to bring game consoles to conventions, because I'm a nerd.
Oh, no, you put those in your carry-on. Oh my god, wait, do they let you do carry-ons?
Yeah, they let you do one carry-on, but it has to be a small bag.
Oh.
Yep. I was like, I mean, I usually just pack it around with, like, a bunch of clothes around it, because I have to bring clothes anyway, but... Yeah, it still saves me the issue, is what I'm saying.
I don't trust nothing.
And I have faith in Flash. Flash will find a new job by then. Or he will suck it up through the summer, one of the two.
Oh, dang it.
I have a lot of coworkers who are like, oh, I'm quitting this job. I don't want to deal with this. I need a new job. I'm like, you may want to get a new job. You might search for a new job, but until you get that new job, you're going to suck it up here because bills are a thing.
Yep. Oh, God, yeah. Oh.
I could use Greyhound instead of Megabus, but Greyhound has his own set of problems. Namely being, I don't like dealing with the Greyhound station. As much as I joked at Fernal Equinox about how the Megabus station is just two chains on the side of a street, you can't get lost in two chains on the side of the street.
Well, I mean, I guess you could if you tried hard enough. But...
Maybe if you put a blindfold on me and told me to go to the hot dog cart, maybe I get lost.
Am I the only one in the fandom?
Are we talking about Carl?
Because I have to drive everybody. Shit.
No, I drive too. I'm the DD.
Okay, I'm not gonna. I already used his first name, but I have a coworker, Carl. Likes to bitch. He likes to bitch.
Just a bit.
I mean, like, okay, here's the thing. Like, I'm not going to go into high detail because I already mentioned his name and I don't want to be mean about him. I try not to be mean if someone mentions their name. We have a joke at work where we just tell Carl to shut up because he never has anything productive to say. His two things are he's either going to say something that is not funny or he's going to say something that someone else said that was funny, but he's going to kill the joke. So the joke is "Shut up, Carl," and I just kind of wish the whole job thing. Yeah, so he's one of the people that always like, "Oh, I'm gonna quit this job." Blah 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 blah. No, but like the whole thing is with like every time like he opens his mouth, it's like, "Shut up, Carl." We found out there's actually a Facebook site for that, or like it's literally a Facebook dedicated to "Shut up, Carl" jokes.
Oh. Wow.
And that was fun to find out. I just like the only reason I think about that is like if you've ever watched the Magic School Bus, that's like a step away from like the whole school just saying Carlos.
Yeah, I know that gag.
I'm gonna start doing that to him. Just every time he says something unfunny.
Carl. Oh.
Hey guys, I'm doing pot over here. Huh? Carlos.
Oh my god. Oh.
What did you say? You got your hopes up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mentioned pot. I got Moon Wolfie's hopes up.
I'm joking.
Oh.
So, I'm assuming that you have this ready. Unless you forgot halfway. So let's clear up that lag, and we're going to start with What a Tweet.
Alright, well, here. Why don't we just give me a minute first so I can actually...
Are we dropping them in Telegram or Discord?
Doing.
Probably drop them in Discord because Flash. Happy early 420.
Hooray!
Oh yeah, 420 is tomorrow. I don't even smoke.
Man, I live in Canada. It's 420 every day now.
Yeah, lucky you.
Actually, that's a note. Our podcast is going to kick off 420. Like, we end as 420 technically begins. That wasn't even planned.
Oh,
Okay, fuck it. Now the new title is the 420 podcast.
Okay. Alright, this is gonna be...
Only a day. An hour early.
Alright. Let's see. Yeah, did I drop it in here last time? I guess I did. Did I? Yeah, I did. I did drop them in here. Okay. So, yeah, I kind of read the information wrong and totally brain farted. And so I grabbed all the ones that were posted, but they're not really. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna get the thing ready, and I'm totally going to do this because unfortunately I couldn't do it while we were going because that would just screw everything up. So here we go. Let's get it ready. All right. Okay. Okay. Oh, they're done. Yeah, and boom, and now. Oh my God! Everything is terrible.
Everything's terrible. Ah, there we go.
I'm getting something. Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is how we're starting it off.
It's raw.
I've had fish before, madame, and this is no fish.
Oh. Good old Gordon. Gordon is a treasure. He's a...
Considering what you've said about treasures in your routine.
Yeah, only some of them. Oh.
You better backpedal with guns like that.
Dude. Oh.
No, I've seen some brief parts of that trailer. It's a 3D remake of the first Pokemon movie. So like that simultaneously makes me feel old and like excited. Which actually, that combination sounds like a heart attack. What do you guys have to say about this tweet?
Oh yeah. Let me put that one back.
Yeah, we're doing this now.
Yeah. No, it's sorry, we got distracted with Pokemon, so I thought we were moving on. No, I think it's disturbingly appropriate. No, not appropriate. That's the wrong word. Not appropriate. Yeah. No, Oh.
You can only imagine what was going through this guy's head when he came up with that. It's like, why did they say, who cares? I'm writing it down.
So, the therapy, okay. Short interval, details therapy time. I think this tweet has something to do with repressed gay emotions. You notice that Gordon Ramsay is incredibly muscular and angry, and you draw it to his wife because your repressed thing says, oh, I should be talking about his wife. What you're really thinking about is Gordon Ramsay's tongue, and you need to confront those issues.
I wasn't thinking about any of that, but...
Whoever wrote the tweet.
Okay.
Details therapy session over.
Oh. Yeah.
Damn if that don't become a thing.
Oh.
You know what? I'm gonna at some point after the weekend, I might make another section of the Discord, details therapy chair, where you guys can post your problems and I'll give my honest opinion about them.
Oh my god, that
I'm gonna skip this session.
That seems dangerous. That seems very dangerous.
It seems very dangerous. I'm also stupid enough to do it, so...
Oh, yeah.
Shall we move on to the next tweet? Unless Flash has something to say.
I got nothing. Move on.
Okay.
Okay. Let's remove that source. Oh, great. It beeps at me, too. Oh, this is so good. Let's see. All right. This is what I get for not reading things properly. The good news is I'm streamlining my process now so that I can do this at the same time.
It's bloody raw. Oh, thank you, Kara. It's bloody raw.
Oh my god, I need to find a better way to do this. Come on, computer.
Oh, man. Yeah, we gotta get Kara on here at some point. Oh! Of course.
Let's put that there. There we got a kitty. Oh. I mean,
So,
yeah, no one's gonna forget that.
To be fair, I find most people just tend to ignore the text anyway. But the picture,
yeah.
Oh, the picture's really nice. Yay, kitty.
Yeah, this.
So, context for how this came about. My cat does not... Like, this is Ziggy, my other cat. You saw Draco earlier. This is Ziggy. he doesn't give two licks about me unless I'm the only one in the house and he hasn't gotten fed yet. So this happened in the morning, and he just kind of like came over and like sat by me and let me pet him. And I was like, "Oh, you're fine, let me here." Oh wait, you're friggin' hungry, aren't you, you stupid cat?
Such is the way. Well, it works.
It works. So I took a picture, and as I was going through, because like when I do a picture, I have to look for it in my photos. It doesn't always just pop up at the top because I have other stuff. And I'm just scrolling through, and I'm like, furry porn, furry porn, furry porn, furry. Where's the picture? Oh, here it is. And then like I thought about it, I'm like, I had to scroll through like 37 lines of furry porn to find my picture. This is a problem. So I was like, I worked it into the tweet.
Yeah, that makes sense. I personally would be terrified to have that on my phone because I know it's just a matter of time before I open it.
Before someone grabs your phone.
Yeah.
I know there's so many times where I show someone a photo and they take my phone and I'm like, please don't swipe left, please don't swipe left, please don't swipe left.
And they always swipe left.
This is why I don't put any of it on my phone. I keep it on my computer where it should be.
Oh
I
no.
don't put
So here's another stupid part.
because someone is going to find it.
So here's another stupid part. If you look at the picture, you can tell it was done with screen cap because it's fading into my other background. In order to screen cap on my phone, you have to hit the power and the back button at the same time. So I always screen cap with like my background half faded in on my phone.
Oh. Oh, I was wondering what that was. Yeah. Huh.
I've unlocked a special thing on Twitter. I can just like put backgrounds on my tweet.
Yeah, no,
We're talking about you, you little shit.
oh,
We see you over there.
He's a good boy. He's a good kidder.
He's a good boy until he's loud at night, and then he's like, "Shut up, singing."
No. He's singing you the song of his people. You should be flattered. It's wonderful and precious.
I just saw my cat bunny hop the way the fuck out.
Yeah, they only want to be around you if they want to get fed. My sister's cats were the same way. The only reason they want to be around me is say, "Oh, nobody's home. Feed me."
That cat just ran headfirst into your toe.
Yeah.
I just saw the whole tote move.
Yeah, that happens. It's meant to do that, of course.
And your fursuit's in there too. That's the funny part. Attack the fursuit. Just face full of plastic.
Ow.
Okay. So the takeaway is don't grab my phone if you're not a furry.
Or in general, just don't grab phones. It's not a good thing. It just makes things super awkward for everybody.
I mean, the other thing is me and Nikki have an open relationship, but she doesn't really like girls. So there's a lot of the time she's grabbed my phone out of curiosity, opened the wrong messenger, and gone, "Oh!
Boobies! Yay!
Victory me!"
Oh.
Next tweet.
Yeah, next, please.
So yeah, for the record, I don't even like to No, you know what? No, that's a stupid thing to say. I'm not going to say that thing because that's stupid. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. I think this is just this looks like it's an add-on to the last one. That's
Keep your fur fun thingy. I mean, okay, so one last thing about this tweet is Boots is taking it away. It could have been worse. I could have posted the furry porn and made a comment about I have a cute pussy. So this is the better of the two scenarios. And again, it's me.
And hooray!
And this is exactly what I'm talking about, is like, when my roommates aren't home, he will jump on my chest and be like all cute and adorable and whatnot. I mean, Draco does that anyway. By the way, if I don't know if you can tell, but my shirt is actually covered in fur. This is from this morning.
Yeah, mine too. Go figure.
Mm-hmm.
I do have really cool posters up.
They are nice posters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are right over my couch. Whereas behind me, I have incredible white. I actually have a couple of posters up there, but maybe I'll post more stuff up there later.
Yeah, this is kind of me realizing that as a cat owner, I don't know why I should have so many black shirts. It really seems like a bit of a poor choice, and I'm not forward thinking about that.
Side note, Ichigo. That's actually not my poster. That's actually from when my ex-roommates are here, and they just never took it, so it's mine now.
Well, that's how these things work.
Yeah, actually, I'm looking around the room. I have posters everywhere but behind the camera to really move some stuff around.
No.
I have posters I have to put up, so I'll probably do. Maybe by next podcast, that wall will have more stuff on it.
Yeah. I got stuff like everywhere, so.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to put fun things up.
Boots would have to be very simple about it. You'd have to put like a pin up on the mirror every podcast and then take it down.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta keep all my stuff in the shame closet.
The shame closet.
I thought I was boring because all my stuff is basically like PG, so I can still hang it up.
Oh, yeah, no, so is mine, but it still has
So this is the same shirt I'm wearing in the picture. Believe it or not, the shirt is not that short. Ziggy actually has his claws. He's not declawed at all. So he's actually pulled my shirt up, which is why you could see part of my gut.
He's a good boy. Oh.
Did we have any other ones ready?
No. I am super prepared today.
I think there's some further up we haven't used yet. Because my stupidity only goes so far.
Yeah.
I was waiting for someone to disagree.
Oh. No, yes.
I'm just waiting for something to happen.
Oh, today I not brain good. Yeah.
I love the fact that whenever Boots looks for a chance to escape, you just see his head turn fully this way. What are my escape routes?
I don't have any. Oh, holy crap. You know what? I never thought I'd say this, but I'm really starting to miss winter. Oh, it's an oven in here. Jeez. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a little warm in here too. I got a fan going, but I would have a window open, but it's thunderstorming outside.
Oh.
I have a window open. I'm by the window, and I'm still hot because I'm wearing a jacket like a dumbass. But it's my thing.
Yeah, I know all about the things.
So, I'm gonna actually, real quick, look at our Discord.
Hello, Discord.
Poor Boots. For me, I have to look up what to tweet and see what we haven't used. No, we have actually used up all the what it tweets. Why am I the only one posting stuff?
I'm sorry. I'm stupid busy to be here.
That was weird. I post a lot of stuff to videos.
Yeah.
I'll find a way to do that later.
Yeah. Well, I think the big issue with that is, yeah, it's doable. It's doable. It's
Doable. We got to figure it out.
What?
well.
What?
Anyway.
Putting videos up on our podcast.
I should reiterate. It's doable for my end. I don't think it's gonna simulcast very well.
Yeah, I know, Kira. He has a reason to be hot with the first suit hat on.
I am investing in another fan. And it's gonna be right there.
I would appreciate a fan being right there.
Might have to put another table there soon.
Or, like, bolt it somewhere. Like, drive some nails into the wall.
Can't put it in the wall.
No, I mean, like,
Oh, never mind.
if it's, like, hanging,
I get it. No,
you can, like, bolt and... But then we wouldn't get any air from the back, so we'd have to do it over the window.
that's what I'm saying. Like more towards
Yeah.
windows. I'll be moving shit around before summer starts. That's all.
Welcome to the Comedi-Furs podcast, where we talk about my interior decorating, because we ran out of fucking tweets.
Well. Oh, it's like a game of The Sims in here.
Homework. You guys. Direction.
Uh,
At least look up some tweets and throw them in the Discord.
Oh, I have a bunch. I just keep
I
them
did.
on.
Yeah.
If I knew how to, I'd do it. Like, how do you do like screen captures? And is that how you do it, or?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know how to do it on your phone?
No, I don't have Discord on my phone.
No. Like, you take a screen capture, and then you send it to Discord later. Oh, like, do you have screen capture on your phone?
I think so. I don't really know.
I think so. See, you have the issue I have is, like, it's always, like, the two most like, the ones you don't want to push. Because for me, it's, like, the off button for my screen and the back button are the two that I have to push for a screen cap, and I have to push them in a very specific motion. Otherwise, I either shut off my phone, or I just go back out of whatever I'm trying to screen cap. It's annoying as fuck. Just give me a single button. Just, like, let me get, like, a little icon, like a little transparent icon at the top of my screen, and screen cap. I don't care how many times I do it by accident, as long as I can do it when I want to do it.
You can tell who the old guy is in this group because I have no idea how technology works.
No, you just
Everyone
I'm
just
getting up there. I'm 30 now.
I don't know how. They just tell me, just do it. I don't know how.
That's what
Tell
the
me
Google's
things.
for. The Google tells you everything. Everything. Google knows. I can't word today.
No, I just I do that way too. Like I've embraced that part of technology that instead of having human interactions and asking people about my problems, I just Google everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all
It's
honesty,
like-
that's what most of the experts do.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me to not, like, I have literally all the knowledge in the world in the palm of my hands. Why am I going to ask anyone about anything ever?
Because the descriptions are really terrible, and they're gonna make you watch a video on it when they just want to read the text. Oh, I hate
Yeah.
video tutorials so much.
I'm old.
I mean, like, there's a downside to that. The downside is when you end up, like, having to do something really weird because it's a home remedy. Like, you have to rub lemon in your armpit or something.
Yeah.
Neither of you laughed. That's because neither of you have done it before.
What,
Ting's like a bitch.
what kind of remedy are you taking that you have to do that?
Considering it involves my armpit and a lemon, I'd rather not say.
Let's not go into that. Let's, moving on.
Let's not discuss this.
So after the world's worst topic, since we don't have any more tweets, let's go into world's worst.
Okay, but before that, let's take a minor interlude again as I briefly shuffle off screen because everything sucks today.
Okay.
Oh.
Boots is getting fur out of his eye. Wait just a moment, he'll be back.
Oh my god, why is it so bad?
This is how old-fashioned I am. I actually use a smartphone to actually call people
Oh my
because that's
God.
basically what they are for.
You phone
Okay,
people?
The keypad to actually call somebody. And they say, "Oh, I got this great new phone. I can like face chat and I can text and I can tweet." I'm like, "How do you call somebody?" They're like, "Why would I do that?"
Oh no, I had a surreal moment not too long ago where like I had someone on my phone, and it was an older person that we work with, and she was like, "Oh, I need to call someone." I was like, "Yeah, you could use my phone. I have service. I don't ever use it. Why not? You can use some of my minutes. I'm mostly on data anyway." And she takes my phone and she looks at it for a minute and she's like, "How do I bring up the dial pad?" And it just occurred to me, I was like, this person has never used a smartphone before. It was like, I had to like show her, you hit this button and then you hit this icon and then you could do the dial pad.
Yeah, they should just bring back the rotary feature.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, like, I'm just thinking about it now. Not quite the rotary, but like,
Oh god, I hate
do you all remember when you had buttons on your phone
Yes! I miss
Yes,
buttons.
I remember
instead
that.
of a touchscreen?
God, I love buttons.
I
Buttons are
miss
so
that.
good.
I resisted for the longest time. Like I had, you know what got me to get a full touchscreen phone? Pokemon Go.
Of
At that
course.
point, it wouldn't run on my phone. I had to get a new one. I'm like, you know what? I'm not missing out on this. And I was like, and now I have to get used to this.
Ugh, I still find it a pain. I miss having physical buttons.
Yeah.
Physical
Yes.
buttons are good. They type
Yes,
better.
one of my first, cell phones. Remember, it actually had that slide out, keyboard.
Oh yeah.
The keypad, so you could actually type stuff. Like
You know what the sad part is? This is how we make a call nowadays. Google, call the pizza place. That's how we do it now.
No, that's how you do it. That's not how I do it.
Watch out, let them actually call it.
I was like, okay. Moonwolfie just pointed out, I probably just made like, anyone who watches this video now is just like immediately now their phones are calling the pizza place.
Not mine. I have voice disabled. Haha.
You have your voice disabled now. You're going to forget about it and you're going to go back to watch this podcast to do the editing of like either me being distracted or whatever, and your phone's going to be on and it's going to call the pizza place.
Oh no, it's always disabled. I don't trust that crap.
I don't trust it either.
You ever watch those like kids react
It's just
to
like what I have to do
videos
is say
where
PlayStation.
you show them like really old technology and they have no idea what it's for? Like if you show them like an old-fashioned phone, they're like, "How do you play games on this?" Like, really?
You call people.
Kira's got Siri. She's good.
Oh.
Siri has murderous intent.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
Okay.
here's a question for you guys before we move on to World's Worst.
Yep.
Who in this group has still got a landline?
We used to have one a long time ago, but
Boots has one.
yes,
Only because we get a better deal.
Yeah, those are phone companies are pretty shit. That's because they're all cable companies. Okay, so as soon as Boots gets back, we could see you in the mirror, dude.
Oh, that's a thing. Yeah, that's a thing. I forgot that mirrors are a thing.
it's okay. I've seen people out of fursuit. It doesn't bother me at all.
Oh my god, that hurts so much. Oh.
And now Boots' worst fear is realized. His face is technically on the internet for about 3 seconds.
Ah, it's okay. I can fix that. We'll fix it in post. We can't.
We never fix it in post.
Oh, everything is bad.
Nothing is ever fixed.
That one kid in the back of Boots' class. It's you!
Oh,
You're the giant orange cat!
Does anyone still know how to work a VCR?
Yes.
I do.
I still have VHS tapes.
Of course. Yeah, because not everything we used to watch as kids made it to DVD yet.
Yeah. I still have the White Ranger Kata from fucking Jason David Frank. Sending a new tweet. We could have used that a while ago. You know what? I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at it because I'm actually curious. Kira, we will save that for next time just because if we're going to move on. But yeah, next time we do want to tweet, I want to see that one.
Okay.
We're gonna get a list of 7 next time.
Okay. I'll get it set up.
Okay. Welcome to World's Worst, where we talk about the world's worst thing. I come up with the world's worst thing, and then we come up with stupid things about it. Basically, it's just us being stupid.
I'm so good at being stupid.
So today on World's Worst, we're talking about the world's worst decision you made at 20 that you regret today.
Oh my God! Hang on.
The worst decision you made at 20 that you totally regret. Ugh. Let's see. What stupid thing did I do 18 years ago?
I guess I'll start it off because I have one prepped. Yeah, sure. I'll totally eat 37 meatballs. I mean, I'm young. I can do a meatball eating contest, so there's not going to be any long-term consequences.
Yeah.
I got a chuckle. The other part of that joke is when you could see me stuffing my face with meatball. Oh!
Oh. Oh my God! I gotta.
Did I secretly come up with a really hard one? I guess it's easier for me because 20 was 10 years ago.
Oh, so.
It's way too long for me. That was like 18 years ago for me.
What even happened? Oh. Oh, this is just really telling now. This is just. Oh. Oh.
Hmm. Okay, I think I got one. Sure, I'd love to get a job at Denny's.
Oh.
I used to work there for a bit, and I hated it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one I did. Dude, these coins aren't going to be worth anything in 20 years. I'm going to go get a cheeseburger.
Oh, Jesus Christ, no. Oh, God.
I got my ass whooped that day.
What was this Amazon company? I don't need to invest in that. That's just dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, the internet.
I got one. Okay. Typed in my email. Registered to Pornhub. Okay, so now I can watch the premium stuff.
Oh. Oh, no.
Never do that!
I can honestly say I haven't. What happens?
What happens is you get random porn in your email. And then your mom kicks your ass.
That's not good. Don't do that. That's. Oh God. Oh. That's what spam email addresses are for. Oh God. Oh, what the hell was I doing back then?
It was something really dumb.
I
I know it. We're having deep regrets about
like this one since Kira brought it up. And turning off the filter on for affinity.
it.
I mean, that's...
Mom!
No, don't call Mom. What's wrong with you? Jeez. Oh. But also, that's kind of hot.
Hang on, I'm trying to remember something. Wait, did that? That's a stupid thing I did at 20. What was out here?
I have one. This one's from 16, but... Alright, ordered. I've just spent $150 on a mersuit. I'm sure I'm going to get use out of this.
How much?
I didn't say it had a head.
Oh.
It was a very, very sad time in my childhood.
Oh.
This is what happens when you find out about the furry fandom through real sex.
Oh. I'm just gonna...
Half of Boots is cringing, the other half is it suddenly all makes sense.
Why is
This is
that?
where this guy's mind is going.
Actually, I think this happened like a year later for me, but I think this kind of counts. I'm flipping through the channels and like, oh, MTV's doing a show about furries. Let's check it out. For anyone who was old enough to remember that.
I don't think I caught that one. What happened?
Okay, for those, and not to reopen like old wounds or anything, but like, you know, like way back in the early days of the fandom, media coverage of us was not very positive.
No.
You know what? If you want to make it a short and sweet story, it was like the CSI episode.
Oh.
That was
That's all I have
actually
to say.
like the year before, but yeah, I remember that.
That's the one that everybody remembers.
That episode was so bad.
That's the most
I remember it because my mom called me in. It's like, is this really what you're into?
Yes.
The funny part is that was pretty much the answer. It was like, yeah, that's about right.
Oh. I think I was watching that episode with my parents. That was so awesome.
Kira, have you not seen the CSI episode about furries?
Oh,
Look it up.
Yeah.
Look it up and prepare to cringe.
I mean, we could look back at it now and just laugh at it because it's so ridiculous.
It was so bad. Oh my god.
I don't know if somebody actually, like, I don't know if Kage actually said this, but I think it was a case of, like, they consulted him personally because he was the chairman of Anthrocon at the time, and he took one look at the fursuits that they were doing, and he was like, nope, you're on your own.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I don't know if they contacted him specifically when they wrote that episode, but it's just a complete like over exaggeration of everything. I don't know where they got their information from, but here's what I find bizarre about that. Now, first of all, CSI isn't what back in the day it was a highly rated crime drama on CBS. Now you would think that a highly rated program on a very popular TV channel can actually spend enough money on decent fursuits because guys like us, we spend like thousands of dollars on fursuits and they look fantastic. But the suits on that show looked horrible.
Well, I will say,
They blew the budget on the holographic computer.
if to
Also, there's also the 1,000 Ways to Die episode furry edition.
Oh boy.
well, to put things
Because we want to scare parents away from this.
So many bad examples
Can I
of
just
it.
can I make a little note? If you're dumb enough and drunk enough to stumble your way into a furry orgy and then try to fuck an actual bear, congratulations, you were removed from the gene pool at a good time.
You're a Darwin Award recipient.
Oh.
That's like the one thing I remember about that episode, and I wish that wasn't the one thing I remember about that episode. Because I know that's the one thing other people remember about that episode.
Oh yeah, I remember that
There are so
episode
many
now.
examples of that.
Oh, I couldn't watch that show. The recreations were just too.
Wait, okay, this is one I didn't know. They did a Storage Wars on it?
Oh,
I don't know if I saw that one.
they did, but so they found a suit in their unit, and it was not a good one. I think it looked like one of those ones that, you know, when a TV show needs a suit, they get one of those ones that you get from a costume shop. Yeah.
Oh, probably one of those.
Okay, so the fact that I don't know about that one says something. At least some people haven't seen this episode, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Why does Hollywood treat furries like fucking hell?
Because
Ratings.
Here's the thing.
easy.
That's why they do it. Ratings.
Well, okay, I will say this. Every exaggeration has a seed of truth behind them. I just want to know how they keep finding the nut jobs that explain it this way.
Because they want attention, and all
They
the
want
sane
shock
people are like,
value.
nope, not dealing with this.
Okay.
I'm a horrible, misguided human being. I like to think other people have common sense. Unfortunately, I'm very misguided.
You totally like misunderstand like the human race. We do not use common sense all the time, unfortunately. Yeah, some other prime examples of that. I think there was an episode of HBO's Entourage that brought this up, which was not very good. There was something else. There's something that I personally remember that's actually not as bad. It's not really bad, but sort of positive. Like, I think around 2008, something like that, there was a very short-lived sitcom that aired on
Strange
Fox.
addictions as well.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting a learning today on Hollywood's treatment of furries.
Yeah, but here's a post that actually mentioned Anthrocon, as I was trying to say. There was a short-lived sitcom that aired on Fox around 2008 called Back to You. It's about, and now that show takes place in Pittsburgh, and it's mostly about news reporters. It starred Kelsey Grammer and Patricia Heaton as one of the stars, and one of the actors, Ty Burrell, who's currently on Modern Family, was on that show, and he played a reporter who had to do a story about Anthrocon.
Oh my god,
You
that's
know,
crazy, and I love it.
It's actually pretty funny. If you can look up that clip, it's actually pretty funny. It's not as bad as you think it is. I mean, he was actually, his character, you know, when he was doing the story about the convention, because, you know, it was basically, it's just everyone in fursuit, because, you know, that's the only thing they show. They don't show anything else. And, you know, he was actually, you know, making jokes about them, but eventually they got even. Apparently.
Eventually, they got even.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, so... Oh, yeah, we were in the middle of an improv bit, weren't we?
Oh,
I'm sure someone on
no,
YouTube
no,
probably has it.
I was stalling. This was.
I know.
So we're still on world's worst thing I regret from being 20.
Oh.
We went way off the rabbit trail on this one.
No, it's okay.
Rabbit trail because it's Easter.
The poop eggs.
Yeah, we got jokes.
Here's one. Dude, we're not gonna get caught. 20 minutes later. Dude, I can't believe we got caught! It's going on my permanent record.
I'm starting to think my 20s were really dull.
Scenes from my real life. Got caught with weed because my friend was an idiot throwing firecrackers at the side of a building that we were hanging behind smoking weed. To be fair, I was smart about it. I threw it off into the bushes. I was like, I'll collect it later. It was my friend who came running around the corner of the building like, dude, hide the weed. I'm like, you don't say that.
Oh.
You make a gesture, like, toss it.
To his credit, he was high at the time.
If I still had the weed in my hand, you know, he wasn't that high. I wasn't that high.
But he's also an idiot.
Touche.
Okay, I just remembered a really stupid thing I did at the age of 20.
Go for it.
Now, you have to have my extensive movie knowledge to understand this, but see if you can get it. Okay, this is me at 20. Okay. Walk up to the box office. Yes, 2 for Freddy Got Fingered, please.
Oh my
Oh.
god. Oh.
That movie was horrible.
That movie was just pain.
I regret spending money on that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We pirated that one and it was not worth the bandwidth. It was so bad. For those of you not in the know, anybody remember Tom Green? That was a guy. He was a thing.
He used to be very popular. Then some idiot decided, hey, he should direct a movie. I hope he got fired.
It was not a good movie. It was like 2 hours of just. Oh.
So here's what I didn't do, but I just thought of since you're talking about movies. You go into your first workplace and go, guys, it'll be just like the movie Waiting. I just make everyone mad, and then I turn around and I show them the goat. It'll be really funny. If you did that in today's society, you're getting arrested.
Yeah.
I don't care. They will find something to charge you with on that one.
Yeah. No, they're really good at doing that.
There's a lot of bad movies I regret spending money on in the theater. That was one of the biggest ones.
Oh, I completely agree. Fortunately, they didn't get any of mine, but that was 2 hours that I'm never getting back.
But I think the second worst that I probably saw in theaters that I actually spent money on was probably Inspector Gadget.
Oh, you poor man.
That's not the worst movie I've seen.
Well, to me, it was the second worst. Freddy Got Fingered was the worst.
Yeah. No, did you guys...
One of these days, we're all going to sit down and watch The Room.
I have actually yet to see that movie.
From beginning to end, but I'm very curious about it.
I've never actually watched it. I've seen the clips.
I didn't touch her. Oh, hey, Mark.
Yeah, I know those parts, but I've never actually watched it.
Yeah,
Paranormal Activity. I want to actually... I think I've seen that one. I want to watch it again, though.
You know, in that lane, on that line, I could never really get into Blair Witch. I know everybody said Blair Witch was super good. I always thought it was kind of...
Yeah.
So, getting back to my stupid fireworks story. The funny thing about that is the officer gave me an out because I mentioned my cousin's name. Shouldn't do that because I got my ass kicked later. But what happened was he pulled me aside. He's like, all right, I'm going to let you go if you can guess a number between 1 and 5. Keep in mind, this is the 4th of July.
Oh.
I, for the life of me, could not guess 4.
Oh.
By the way, this is a moment where, like, I'm thinking and my high brain is not fitting out the number 4. I'm like, 3, 5. Is it 1?
Try
I think I went through every number but 4. Meanwhile, all my friends on the side who are used to being high, this is like one of my first times being high, they were like, dude. And my friend, I was like, don't look at them. They're not paying. Don't pay attention. And it worked.
Oh my god.
Things I regret from 20.
Oh yeah. Mostly we just like the movies we sat through. It's like, why did we watch this?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if those are the regrets I have, I've done pretty okay, I guess.
There is one movie that I saw on YouTube a while back that I've always seen internet reviewers talk about, but I had to see it for myself. And have you ever seen any of the animated Titanic movies?
Oh my god.
They are
Oh
horrible.
god,
But
they're so
it's
bad.
laughably bad. Like, especially the first one, like Titanic: The
Oh,
Legend Goes On.
Is that that's the one with the octopus, right?
No, that's the second one.
Oh.
The first one had the rapping dog in it. That's the one.
Like, oh
I
my
saw the whole thing from beginning to end. I'm like, this is the worst thing ever, but it's becoming a guilty pleasure because I just have to see how bad this animated movie is for myself.
I mean,
I've always heard it's bad. I've only seen reviews of it. I wanted to see the whole thing, and I regret that.
the fact of the matter is, they made a sequel. Like, you can't.
It's one of those laughably bad movies. You can watch it with friends just to see look how terrible this is. It's so badly animated. It's so poorly written. It's just ugh.
So, did you know there was a furry version of Noah's Ark?
Yes.
Yes.
At some time in the future, we have to Mystery Theater 3000 that.
I had actually already done that. Oh.
Yeah, but we got to do it again for Comedi-Furs.
All right. I can see what I can do. That's it. Ooh.
By the way, because my vape is totally not on screen, it's just like I'm bending down. Sorry, that was God.
I mean,
I have mixed feelings about that. Like about that animated. Like I know what it's about. I know what kind of characters are in it, but like.
I thought you were going to say I have mixed feelings about you sucking the devil's cock.
No, this is supposed to be a Bible story, and you're sexualizing the characters in it. I'm like, I'm going to hell for watching this. I have to like say a prayer before I see it. God, I'm sorry. This was not my decision to watch this.
Honestly, I think purgatory is just a room with a TV, and God sits you down and is like, okay, so what was this about? Can you explain this?
Hey, I didn't make it.
That would be the most awkward thing ever, and I would hate it.
And I have a feeling like there's going to be a good chunk of that for me. It's just going to be this podcast. It's like, okay, why did you say that? Seemed funny at the time.
Wait, are you saying I should quit while I'm ahead? just shut it down now. We're
You know what the weird thing is? Like a lot of like those conservatives get on my case because I like to watch cartoons with talking animals in it. Yeah. These are the same people who learn Bible stories from talking vegetables.
Well, it's different.
Touché.
So, think about it.
To be fair, they used to learn it from talking animals, but then people started getting hard for them.
So if characters on VeggieTales eat salad, does that count as cannibalism?
Depends. Only if it's the same type of vegetable.
Here's a better question. If you use a cucumber and you grow up watching VeggieTales, does that mean you're sacrilegious? There's girls who do that.
No, it's a loaded question for someone like us. We are not religious scholars. We just talk about weird stuff.
It's just broke boots.
Oh, God.
Oh, Happy Tree Friends.
Happy
Good old
Tree Friends. I can't believe they're still making them.
They made new ones?
and then people turn
Yeah.
around.
And I have an explanation for why Happy Tree Friends is still around. Happy Tree Friends is still around because people who hate furries are still around, and they're just watching it getting hate boners.
I mean, it's also kind of fun. I'm just
It's
surprised.
also funny.
I remember when I first
There's some other people,
a
but
long time ago, like,
majority of people watching getting hate boners.
I just find it impressive that the people that make it are still doing it. Like that's easily been 20 years.
But, you know, like,
I know it's
I'm impressed that I managed to work hate boner in 4 times in this podcast just at the end. Can you tell I'm tired?
No.
it's late. We're just rambling about stuff.
Yeah, the improv went out the window somewhere along the line.
I'm not good at stuff.
No, we just remember stuff. We just remember stupid stuff we did when we were young, and we just went with it.
We remembered stuff when we were 20. This went from an improv game to a reminiscing.
Those
That's what I think I'm getting is it.
I don't. Wow, that was a tangent.
Uh,
Please do not
You
use
can
the
only go back in
webcam
time.
as a mirror.
uh, okay. So yeah, I was gonna mention this earlier, but I kind of went off on a tangent. Over the summer, me, Boots, and Flash will be recording some video game footage.
She'd straight up fucking tell me to go fuck.
Pause or distracting.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I showed
But
you my
it's
bean.
flat out though.
Answer me.
I became a furry brony way after
Being an
way
M&M.
before- or way after I came.
Oh, it's not that for me.
You sat on M&Ms when you were 20.
Don't care.
Anyway,
It's everybody else.
we're gonna be doing some games. We're gonna be doing some
Well, actually,
gameplay
I've been a furry
stuff. I don't know if we're doing it on YouTube. We might do it over on Twitch and
I never
like, bring it over
came out of the
later.
closet until I was 20.
But we'll figure
Right
something
now,
out.
I'm a furry fan and having a conversation.
We're also gonna do the guest cast over the summer. We'll probably start that either May or June. And then it's going to be whoever's available. So you might get stuck with me. You might get stuck with Flash. You might get stuck with Boots. It all kind of depends.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Oh, good. I was.
Don't worry. I'll have programming or whatever ready. That might be, you know what that might be our chance to mess around with the video format. Like, maybe what we'll do is we'll start the podcast with the video that we want to watch. And then we'll have you guys react to it. Like, that'd be kind of cool. We'll see what we do.
Alright.
Yeah, mess around with some stuff. This is an in-progress podcast.
Yee.
So we got 5 minutes. Does anybody want to share an extremely short story before we call it?
Extremely short, huh? Oh, man.
By extremely short, I mean the amount of time they usually give us at like Anthrocon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't had any good stuff happen lately. What is this story? What is this?
Anyway. Or, you know that Monopoly game I showed you earlier? I can read the properties off of it. Show you like which characters they use.
This is what this podcast is coming to. We're talking about Monopoly.
Yeah, but it's cool Monopoly.
Animaniacs version, because they came out with that.
I mean, it's still Monopoly. I wouldn't play, but I would admire.
It's still that game that you're going to bash your friends over the head with.
Oh God. I mean, but.
We just rage quit, just flip over the board like, I quit, you cheated.
There are digital versions of Monopoly. We could do that over the summer.
Oh my God, why?
I've played video game versions of it.
Well, if you do
Catnip.
You do it in Tabletop
Nip.
Simulator. At least then you can flip it. I do not. No, it's a hell of a drug. I am clean. I stay off the nip. It is. No.
I got a Tiger Stripe. Does that count?
I mean,
Hello?
I guess so. Maybe.
There's a lot of games we could play. One of the things I was thinking about is if I can get, I might do, if I can get these two into it, I might do Pokemon TCG online,
Oh.
because that would be fairly easy to record because we wouldn't have to actually download too much.
But
Problem is, you can only do 2 people at a time, so I have to work that out.
and the whole CCG thing tends to be prohibitively expensive.
Well, also I have like a stack this big of like TCG online free packs, so I might just split that up and like we're gonna do it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, if we can figure out the logistics behind it and let's see, because I'm already getting a terrible frame rate as is. Yeah, that's gonna go over real well. Oh, I need to figure out a better technological solution.
Have I never game?
I had people contacting me. Oh,
There's a lot of stuff we'll do over the summer.
Summer's good. I like summer. Holy
Maybe.
crap. I really need summer to get here, like now.
Okay, so as we're losing steam here,
Yeah.
my next con is gonna be Anthrocon. So
Yeah, same.
if you see me out at Anthrocon, me and Boots are gonna be there. Flash is gonna try to be there.
Assuming I get my passport done,
I
which
wouldn't bother.
I
Honestly.
really
You'll get
need
your
to
passport.
remember how
You
to
have time.
do. Well, yeah, I've got everything ready. I just actually, do the
Doesn't
paperwork.
care what anybody else says until people
I'm
say
so
Yeah.
good at doing.
And you know what's gonna happen too, because I'm not going with my girlfriend or my roommate. They're going to a different con. We're gonna run into each other. We're gonna hang out, and people are gonna be like, because I know people are gonna recognize you, and they might recognize me. If the 2 of us together, suddenly it's like, Comedi-Furs! It's the 2 out of the 3. Who's the 3rd? I don't remember.
Okay.
Oh,
So basically, I'm the Winston of the group. No one remembers me.
I liked Winston. He was.
Which is sad because you gave me that like heartfelt thing last podcast. Hey, go watch that podcast.
Yeah.
Go watch podcasts from the past. We do funny shit. And it's 12 o'clock.
Oh.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, even I know you like that. Oh,
I was about to wrap up and I started hearing the conversation. I'm like, wait. We've been the Comedi-Furs. I've been Details.
I'm Flash Timberwolf.
I've been really bad about doing things on time.
And we're going to see you next podcast.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Laters. Hit the buttons.
Now it's when I try to
Happy
hit the button.
Easter.
And we talk about hitting the button. Oh yeah, Happy Easter. Good luck finding eggs and stuff. And
okay.
yeah.